Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. In this video, I'm going to be setting up and hand lettering the week of November 14th through the 20th in the big horizontal lovely letters planner. We are on letter U, and I am going with U is for unicorn. So I had pulled a bunch of different like student and kid happy planner books that had little unicorn stickers in them. And then I made the rounds of the craft stores a couple days ago because Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby, all three had discounts on happy planners going at the same time. So I made the rounds, picked up a couple things. I will show you those things when I film my video for what my lineup's going to look like for 2023. But while I was there, I had I came across these unicorn stickers from Stickabilities. This is the Hobby Lobby brand, or at least they're one of the places that carries it. I don't think Michael's or Joann's does. But anyway, these are what I'm going to use. I have this Simply Gilded washi tape to go with it. It's just kind of a rainbow with some gold foil, which the unicorn stickers just have sparkles. So I'm going to do my normal. I'm going to go along the edges with my Simply Gilded washi tape and stickers up the middle and across the top, just like normal. So I do, as you all know, my regulars, I'm going to say it again. I do have a link in the description box for if you sign up for Simply Gilded's No Spam newsletter, you will get a discount code. It is $5 off a purchase of $15 or more. And I get that same coupon. It's enough to cover shipping on most orders that aren't ginormous. When you're putting washi tape on a page like this, a long run like this, especially on a normal page and not like a thicker dashboard or divider, make sure you pull it tight enough to get it straight, but not super tight, because it's imperceptible to the naked eye. And yes, I say this every single time, but it does stretch. And then when you unstick it and trim it, that's what causes your page to curl. So don't pull it super, super tight. I think that's all the stuff all my normal stuff I tell you guys. So I will finish putting all these stickers on, and then we will be back to finish setting up our pages. All right, those were really, really thick stickers. Okay, so let me grab a pen. Here I have a burgundy pen, and we'll write in our assignments. So of course we start the week with capital U, and then we'll go with udon, which is a Japanese noodle. Love udon noodles. Unbox, that's a nice plannery word. So this one, the D is an ascender, but it's not right up against the U. Ulna, there we go. There is our ascender right next to the capital letter. Upon, so we'll have a descender. And I know I have my top unicorns coming way, way down, but I figured by the time I got to this side, I didn't need not 100% of the space, and I could maybe fit the capital letters up in between the legs. So it was just, we're getting to the end of the year. I'm not going to be too worried about it. So umps, like umpires, umps, and then U's. All right, so I will pick my pens and zoom in and be right back. All right, so here are my pens from firmest to softest, because I'm heavy-handed, so it's easier for me to control the firm pens. So I like to start with the easy to control ones and work to the more difficult ones for me as I warm up. So if you are light-handed, I recommend you do the opposite order. Go softest to firmest. So starting with the Tombow Fudenosuke in kind of an aqua blue. Then I have the Vice brand in pink. Then I have the Calligraph in orange yellow. And finally, the softest pen I have is the light purple, kind of violet, orchid purple Pentel Touch Brush Sign Pen. So I'm still warming up with Aces. So again, oh, hi Jasper. Again, starting with the Tombow brand Fudenosuke is the product line. It is the firm small brush pen. I can't see what I'm doing, dude. It is not lunchtime. It's not lunchtime. Here, sit and look out the window. Come sit over here, baby. Come sit over here. It's not lunchtime. Still playing with different ways to do my lowercase s to try to get it to connect properly. All right, next I have the Vice brand Ultra Color in pink. I think one of the reasons why S's give us so much trouble is because there's so much direction change. It's really hard to get that light up, heavy down when you're changing directions side to side so much. All right, next I have the Calligraph. I'll do a couple with the small end and then switch to the large end. I love the Calligraph pens. They come in so many colors. They are a little pricey, but watch for a Black Friday sale from Archer and Olive. They had one last year and I picked up a bunch of mine at a great price last year. So. And finally, I have the Pentel Touch Brush Sign Pen. I think the key to the S is a couple things. Bringing my connector stroke way up high so I can grab it with the big upper part rather than the little lower part, because that causes me to do a weird funny tilt. I think also not starting down too low, like starting right at midline and going just ever so slightly above midline for that, because this one's not too bad. Anyway, we're not here to focus on the lowercase s. We are here to practice our capital U. So here is the one. The lovely letters one. So they are starting with this big swoopy entrance. They're starting kind of halfway between midline and top line, coming down, even though they're keeping it light because it's kind of a frilly entrance stroke. So they're coming up and around, heavy down, light up. It looks like they might be lifting their pen, they might not. They might just be going all the way up and reversing direction. You can't really tell. Heavy down, light up. And then they're not really using this exit as a connector stroke because it's curling inward. If you just kind of left it, came straight up and left it without the curl, like the lowercase u, then you could use it as a connector stroke to whatever letter comes next. So that's the way I'll be doing it. All right. Let's look at the rest of our reference material. So here is the Tombow, the free download from Tombow that is made to go with the Fudenosuke calligraphy pens. If you're not into the frills and stuff, this is probably the font that you are gravitating toward each week, because it's really vertical. It doesn't have a lot of swirls and curls and frills, but it absolutely is brush lettering because we've got heavy down, light up, heavy down, and a little, you can make this little outlet exit as big or as small as you want. Bigger if you want to use it as a connector, smaller if you just want it to be standalone. This one is pretty spaced out. It starts to look like a backwards capital N to me. That could be the dyslexia, I'm not sure, but like I said, it's pretty spaced out. So, and it's not frilly enough for me. I'm a no frills person, but I like a little bit more than that. This is the Crayola book from Dollar Tree. I also have it linked, an Amazon link for it. So there you can see, I love this book because it actually very clearly spells out where they're starting and ending each stroke and how many separate strokes there are. So the dot is where they start. They're starting again about midline, halfway between midline and top line. They're doing a tiny little curly, a tiny little light up into a big heavy down, and then a light up, and then they're connecting to that with a big heavy down. They're doing a little bit of a bounce lettering technique where they come down below baseline a little bit. You don't have to. You can do this form without doing the bounce lettering if you don't want to. And then again, you can make this exit as big or as little as you want to decide if it's a connector stroke or not. Next, I have the boxed set from Crayola that I got at Walmart. And so some similarities. I think it's interesting to note this is the first time we haven't seen this first half come clear, clear, clear up to the top line, right? So they're doing a nice thin, very uncurly light up into a heavy down, but they're not going clear, clear up like all the other ones. They're coming clear. Oops, I'm way zoomed in. They're coming clear, clear, clear up to the top line, which again starts to make it look like a backwards N to me. This one absolutely does not have that vibe to it for me at all. So they're just keeping it really short, and then they're lifting their pen, coming all the way up to top line and doing a big heavy down with a little bit of an exit that you could use as a connector stroke if you wanted to. And then finally, the Calligraphy Made Easy book, which again I have linked. So here is a U for us, kind of halfway in between. So they've got a very uncurly, light, thin entrance into a heavy down, and then they're coming right back up, almost all the way up. This one, they're stopping about halfway between midline and top line. So they're kind of splitting the difference there. And then they're showing a second separate stroke that starts way up at the top and comes down. And this is the most clearly defined connector stroke we've seen for all of them. And then let's see if they've got an alternate. So here's their U, the alternate U, and it is very, very curly. At least they're observing on this curly one though, the heavy down and light up. So they're starting up here near top line. They're coming around and doing a bit of a heavy down curly Q into a light up and then a big heavy down again. So again, this one, they're connecting their second half of the U way, way, way up high with a big space there in between, which again, my dyslexic brain just doesn't care a whole lot for that. So that is not what I'm going to be doing. I am going to incorporate my new entrance stroke that I discovered a few weeks ago. So I will be doing that faintly, ever so faintly triangular entrance, starting, you know, partway between midline and top line, just like I do on all of those that have this slightly triangular entrance. So very, very slowly, slowing myself down to make sure I'm drawing the correct shape here. So light up, there's my triangle, heavy down. Now, one of the things we can play with is how high up do we go to connect. I already know I don't want to go all the way up. This one I kind of left pretty low, so we'll start there. Picking my pen up, coming back up to the top, heavy down, light up. There I've got my connector. So absolutely that looks like a U to me. It's going to fit with the rest of my capital letters that triangular entrance form. Let's try connecting up a little higher. So in between unicorn feet. Let's come up to about midline. So absolutely looks just as much like a U to me as the other one. Now if I do one more and come all the way up with it, I don't think I'm going to care for it. And then my heavy down. Yeah, see it's too wide. It's got too much spread and it starts to look less and less like a U to me. I think my sweet spot's going to be in the middle here. So this is what I'm going to move forward with. I like that one. These two both look like a U, but my eye recognizes this one just a tiny bit easier than this one. This one looks like maybe, possibly, it starts to look a little bit like an H that I forgot to put the crossbar on. I'm liking this one in the middle. So that's what I'm going to move forward with. Around in between stickers. You again? Couldn't get Daddy to give you any food. Keep going. Keep going. Go on. Keep going. Keep going, buddy. Or rub your face on the end of my pen so I can't write. It's not lunchtime yet. It's still 10 o'clock in the morning. tell you, this time change has really messed with the boys. They are not liking lunch being an hour later. Even though we've adjusted the crunchy food times before and after, they're just not, they're not taken to this. All right, I like it. Let's go ahead and start connecting some letters to it, using it with a word. So let's try udon. So that may be an unfamiliar word to many of you, but it absolutely looks like udon to me, so I'm liking it. So as long as the slant of my U matches the slant of the upright portion of the D, it looks great. I can't see. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Incidentally, if you're curious about udon noodles, picture not the 99-cent cheap ramen that you had in college that you stuck a slice of cheese in, but picture high quality handmade real ramen noodles. Udon noodles are just extra thick, really extra thick udon or ramen noodles. So, and I kind of alluded to it up here, but you absolutely can play with whether you do a really, really wide letter or a really, really skinny letter. You can play with that as well. So, all right, let's try unbox. We haven't had an X in a while. Unbox absolutely looks like the right word. Oops, helps if I spell it right though. All right, let's try putting the ascender right next to the L. Unlike some of our capital letters, I don't anticipate any kind of an issue with this. Except for a cat passing through, so I can't see what I'm doing. There you go. Yep, no problem at all. Excellent. And the colors definitely say unicorn to me. I don't know about you all, but all right, let's see if we can fit. I figured, you know what, we're doing a descender. We're gonna have entanglements. Why not entangle our stickers as well? So let's see how many times we can put a pawn in here. So I'm gonna squeeze a U in there. Once upon a unicorn. And that's it. I got 2 on that row. I knew that was gonna happen. It's quite all right. I didn't have it in me to chop the guy's legs off. I couldn't do it, so. Jazpur, oh my gosh. Another descender. We're gonna keep with the P and try umps. So we're gonna have S's in our last 2 words. So I'll be able to practice some of the things I commented on here. All right, umps. That looks okay, actually. All right, last but not least, U's. So we should be able to fit lots of copies of this on because it's only 3 letters. It's got the S in the middle. We can do it. We got this. Okay, maybe not the first one. That's ugly. Slowing down, slowing down. That's a little better. We made it. Finding that my S definitely turns out better when my connector stroke is nice and high going into it, because then I don't have to stress about where I'm hitting on that back hump, top hump of the S. All right. Still love my tea. Love my tea from last week. All right, so there is U. The words really didn't change from last year, so we'll be able to do a direct comparison. And I already can tell you I like my U a lot better now. I don't care for this abrupt direction change, but otherwise, I think I connected a little bit higher this year. I tended to connect, maybe not. I don't know. That entrance stroke just makes a world of difference for me, and I'm loving it on every single capital letter I've added it to, I've changed to, rather than this abrupt direction change. Like I said, this looks more smoother. This looks more smooth, more polished. It flows better versus that sharp change. So anyway, I hope you by now are finding some things that you can apply to all your letters that you absolutely love. If not, keep going, keeping in mind I'm almost at the end of a second full year of practice, so the breakthroughs can take a little while. Hopefully you learn along with me, and your breakthroughs don't take as long as mine did. Yeah, so I hope you like this video. I hope it's helping you. I hope you're still with me, or if you're joining me years into the future because these videos aren't going anywhere, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I am not a hand lettering expert. I'm completely self-taught, just watching YouTube videos and whatnot. The power of YouTube, right? So I hope you like this video. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, thumbs up, all of those things. Help me with the YouTube algorithms and help me grow my channel and introduce more people to my videos. Thank you.